Guys, this premiere auction only had 25 cards. There's some interesting results that took place. We're going to screen share card ladder data on about a little bit over half of these, to be quite honest with you. There's only 25 basketball cards in here. This is the Fanatics August premiere auction that ended last night, August 22nd. Stay tuned. Some good, some bad. We're going to check it all out. As always, I'm going to bring you that consistent content the next morning and make sure that you guys know what's going on with some of these whales, some of these high-end cards in the hobby. Enjoy the video. If you guys are looking to buy sports cards, basketball cards, football cards, baseball cards, comic books, memorabilia, do what I do. Use the Fanatics Marketplace. Just make sure you use the affiliate link that's located in this YouTube description at the very top or the QR code that's attached. All right, guys, Bryan with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. As you heard with that new pre-roll intro, please, if you're going to buy whales, if you're going to buy monsters, if you're listening to this video on the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel and you bought one of these 25 cards, in the future, please consider, even on the weekly auction, using the affiliate link. The affiliate link is located in the YouTube description on every single video that I do. And you guys know that means 365 videos a year. I'm trying to make a push and let these guys at Fanatics know that this dude down in South Louisiana has a big mouth and I can actually steer some business their way. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's get you screen share 25 cards, like I said, like I promised. The first one's this Shaq Gold Kaboom. I didn't know Shaq had a Kaboom. I didn't know Shaq had a Gold Kaboom. This is pretty cool. I don't collect cartoon caricatures of players. I actually collect real sports cards, but I know that everybody out there loves Kaboom. I know I'm in the minority, and I know that gold means something. This is a Pop 1. It is serial number to 10, as all Gold Kabooms are to the best of my knowledge. It's a PSA 10, and it sold for $6,600, people. That's a big, big number. All right, the first card we're going to look up in Card Ladder, and card number 24 on the list is this Bill Russell 61 Fleer. Remember, Bill Russell's rookie was in 57. Wilton, them, Oscar, West, all those guys were 61, but Bill was 57. So this is technically Bill Russell's second, sort of mainstream card from 1961 Fleer. This is a PSA 9. That's pretty big as far as I'm concerned. There's only one digit higher. This also has a, it still says PWCC on your screen. That should say Fanatics, but it has a, we'll just say 30% eye appeal sticker. Good looking card right here. $17,700 is what that sold for. There is an example of a 9. It's not the same 9. There's only 29 of those out there. We know all hell breaks loose when you switch over to PSA 10. Let's not even look because it doesn't even give us that option. Let's just look at the pop report, see what comes up. Pop report, there are no PSA 10s. That's probably why. So PSA 9s as good as it gets. $17,700 for this is the absolute best in class, the best you can do. And this card over the last 2 years has nosedived by about 30.59%. Again, there's only 4 sales. Each 9 is not the same, but this one had an eye appeal sticker, so you know it's a pretty sleek, pretty lean one. And this is the worst sale over the last 2 years, over the last 4 sales, by quite some margin. So not a good result there for that Bill Russell 61 Fleer PSA 9. Next, we're going to actually look up this Steph Curry card. I see this card sell. I swear it feels like I see this card, and I know there's a couple of different numbers. They look the same. They're both Davidson, these Exquisite collection. I think there's a number 72 and there's another one in here, but we're going to look at the actual number 72. This is a PSA 10. It's a Pop 20. This card's been all over the place, but it almost came right back to where it started. This is not a great sale here. This is pretty close to the lowest sale over the last 2 years. 6 sales. This one sold for $18,600. That is a huge dip from the last sale. You would have thought his heroic exploits in the semifinals and specifically the finals of those Paris Olympics would have vaulted his cards up a little bit more, but no, sir. The hobby has spoken, and this one is down quite a considerable margin from the last one. Of course, those are serial number to 225. The next one, you guys know, people act like I bang on Kobe all the time. I have Kobe in my top 8 players that have ever walked the face of the earth. I'm not sure how that became an insult, right? But I have him somewhere between 6 and 8, okay? This is his 1996 Ultra Rookie Gold Medallion. Yes, gold, color match, Lakers jersey, amazing image of Kobe shooting a reverse layup on this one, maybe reverse dunking the ball. This is the G52. In PSA 10, it is only a pop 6. Of course, there is a platinum, but this is the gold. 10,350 for this card. There is the card. Was I lying? That is a beautiful, beautiful Kobe Bryant rookie card. Pop 6. There's just not that many high-grade ones out there. I've graded a bunch of cards from 96 Ultra base cards, gold medallions, platinum medallions. They are a problem to grade, to put it mildly. This is a 3% gem rate for PSA. It's a 3% gem rate for Beckett. This card is only sold twice in the last 2 years. After all, there are only 6 of them in existence. And this is a big jump, guys, from 8601 this year, just a few months ago, 4 months ago, to 10,350. Great indicator for the Kobe market on that Kobe Gold Medallion PSA 10. All right, moving along, we got an Anthony Edwards Contenders. There's like 11 abbreviations on here. It is a cracked ice. It is serial number to 25. It is autograph, and it is a pop 6, and it's a 10, but only the autograph is authentic. It's not autograph graded. I don't know where that leaves us. It's hard to compare apples to apples when you got all kinds of different things going on with the autographs and no autographs and then cracked ice, and there's 11 variations. This is serial number 25 out of 25, which probably means something to some math nerd out there. $19,200 for the next Jordan. Yeah, right. Anthony Edwards is great. He would be in my probably top 5 young players in the NBA, unquestionably, maybe top 2 or 3, along with Wembanyama, and I still consider Doncic young, but he is not the next Jordan, just like Stackhouse wasn't, just like Kobe wasn't, just like fill in the blank wasn't. 1986 Johnny Moore, PSA 10, 13,200. I've got some terrible news for you Johnny Moore hoarders out there. This is a pop 69. Ooh, sexy. This one sold last night for the lowest price of the last 38 sales over the last 2 years. So here's why the card is nosedive, because everybody that was holding it, if you were a set collector, you just kept your copy because you owned the PSA 10 set, usually, right? I sold my set, so I guess some set collectors might have sold their Johnny Moore PSA 10, but a lot of the Johnny Moore 10s were being held by an investor. And I know this for a fact because I've talked with and dealt with and done multiple transactions with this particular investor. At one point, he had near 20 Johnny Moore PSA 10s. The card sold as high as almost $90,000, if I recall. If we look at the all-time chart, the card has come all the way back down. I cannot believe this, to $13,200. I think I sold mine for like $35,000, and I felt sick to my stomach because I missed the 90 or the 80 or whatever the hell the number was. It's come all the way back to $13,000, and it's because more than half of the PSA 10s in existence have sold in the last 24 months. More than half of all the PSA 10s in the world have sold in the last 24 months. That, my friend, is what they call hot potato. LeBron James X-Fractor, those were serial number to 220. Very arbitrary number there. I don't think there's anything else in the world numbered to 220. That's really weird. From 2003, Topps Chrome. It's got that starburst sort of background right there. PSA 9 sells for $19,800. We got a dual autograph 2005 trilogy combo, clear cut, acetate. LeBron James and Michael Jordan, ever heard of them? Serial number to 50. This is a BGS 9.5. We always need to click on these things and see if it's got the subs on the back, because that's what people want to know. It does have the subs on the back. It does have an autograph grade. This is an old BGS label. That's how they did it back then. So it is a mixed gem with a 10 for the autograph. This one gets 37 bids. That is a really good looking card, man. That is a really good looking card. And it sells for $20,400. Again, remember, it's serial numbered to 50, and it's 25 out of 50, which is about half down in South Louisiana. 2003 Exquisite Collection Limited Logos. The first card that really might mean something to me that I would dig, right? This is a BGS 8. This is going to tell an interesting story. You guys need to sit down and buckle up for this one, okay? So we're going to look at this. This is 2003 Exquisite Collection Limited Logos. First year Exquisite Limited Logos, one of the most popular inserts in all of the Exquisite Collection products. It's serial number to 75. It's got a great looking 3-color patch. It's a BGS 8. We got to go look at the card. Okay. First and foremost, it looks like black ink on the autograph, okay? So maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not. It looks like black ink to me. There's your card. There is no autograph grade on the card. There's no autograph grade on the card. Maybe it's because it's streaky, maybe it's a bad autograph, maybe it's faded, maybe it's black. I don't know. It looks like black ink to me, which seems really weird because I've got this one pulled up. There's the card. That's our card. That's the only BGS 8 that I ever saw sell in history, okay? If we look at the pop report, remember there's 75 of them. There's been 77 graded. Oh yeah, how is that possible? Well, you guys know with the crack in the resubs, there's only been 4 limited logos ever graded with PSA. That seems crazy to me. I know back then Beckett would have been who you would have graded your cards with in 2003. And I'm sure if you pulled one of these in 2003, you would certainly have graded your card with Beckett. It's just shocking that 73 out of 77 grading attempts have been with Beckett. Well, PSA's never given a 10. There are 3 9s out there. You got a 75% chance to get a 9. That's pretty good because it's pretty much the same thing as BGS 9.5 nowadays. There's 28 BGS 9.5s for a 38% gem rate. But here's what I want to show you guys. I've also got pulled up a BGS 9. So what did we say last night was? This is a BGS 8. It sold for $28,000. The BGS 9 last sold for $99,000. So you're going up 1 grade. Now, again, this is a BGS 9 with a 10 autograph grade. So that therein lies the difference. That's the issue. And this looks like a blue autograph on this Exquisite limited logos collection. Again, I am not an expert on all cards. I am certainly not an expert on Exquisite collection. Forgive me if this card last night is not really a black autograph, but it looks like kind of a faded black autograph. The one thing you can do on all the premier auctions is you can click in here and go look at the video. Even on the video, I'm sorry, that looks like a black autograph to me. If you wanted to go crazy, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's some kind of particular camera that they used or misused, but again, that autograph grade would not probably have graded well, and it still looks black to me. But again, I can't tell. Maybe it was the light or something like that. But that's the story of that card, and that's really all I know about the card. I don't know a lot more than I do know about it, and so I'm not going to talk too much more about it. 2002 Upper Deck Generations all time. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, dual auto, serial numbered at a 25. This one is a 10-10, so this is the real deal. This is somebody who went balls to the wall and said, you know what, I'm going to grade them both, and they hit 2 Grand Slam home runs. Serial number to 25, MJ, Kobe, on card, just nasty, just pure filth right here. 30,600 for that one. 2 all-timers indeed. What about some Ultramodern, guys? Why don't we look up some Ultramodern? We've kind of passed over the Anthony Edwards cracked ice deal. Let's look at this Tyrese Halliburton because he, it was an honor and it was probably very flattering for him to have been included and named to the Olympic team, but then he sat and watched his buddies play. This PSA 910 is the Emerald, serial numbered 1 out of 5. Oh my gosh, serial number 1. Oh my gosh. Let's look it up. Okay, so here we go. That's the card that sold last night. I've got all of them pulled up, not just the PSA 9s, just all of them. 17,400 is actually down from the last raw one that sold not too long ago, about 4 months ago, for $21,100. So that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. That I would have thought 17,400. I would have thought this PSA 910. I think that's a better than average grade. So I would certainly suspect that that would be worth more than the $21,100 raw sale that occurred on eBay, and that was a best offer that was accepted by Johnny and Bronny. If we keep scrolling back, we can go find a BGS 9 copy that sold. This is actually, I'm almost positive, the same copy. Yeah. So this BGS 910 auto turned into a PSA 910 auto. As a BGS 910, it sold for $15,600 2 years ago. As a PSA 9, it sold for $17,400 last night. So interesting stuff there. The most this card's ever sold for, and it was the same card every single time. The number 1 out of 5 has sold 4 times. I don't know if they've all been paid, but 20,000, 16,800, 15,600, so down, and then back up to 17,400. So who knows what's going on, but that's, I guess, what around that card's worth. I don't know. That seems like a lot of money for Ultramodern. And I do like Tyrese Halliburton, and I think the Pacers are going to surprise some people. I think they're going to be a good regular season team, then get in the playoffs and have absolutely no chance. Sorry, B-Ball Card Exchange and all of you Pacer fans out there, but when they get to the playoffs, they will not have a chance because they don't have a superstar that can score in the half court at will. 1998 Metal Universe, Chauncey Billups, Gym Masters 1 of 1. Speak of the devil, I just released a video with the great Nat Turner where we talk about the Michael Jordan masterpiece 1 of 1s. Let's see if this one on the back says the only 1 of 1 masterpiece. I bet it does. Let's check it out. Here it is. There's the card pulled up, and it's down here. Can we see it? Can we see it? Let's click it. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. The only 1 of 1 Gym Masters. It doesn't say masterpiece. The only 1 of 1 Gym Masters. That is awesome. That is really cool. Did you ever think that a Chauncey Billups card would sell for $30,600? This 1 of 1 did $30,600. There's something I didn't do that I want to do. Let me look something up real quick. I want to see the highest selling Chauncey Billups card in history. Can we do it? Chauncey Billups, do you guys think this is it? I bet it is. I bet it is not even close. The highest selling Chauncey Billups card of all time by some magnitude, by some drastic measure. The highest solo Chauncey Billups card before this was a $4,500 sale. This sells for over 5 times that amount. So you are looking at the greatest Chauncey Billups card in all of the whole wide world. For what it's worth. Next to that, we got a 2013 Fleer Retro 1992 Final 4 Stars Michael Jordan autograph, serial number to 15. This BGS 9 sold for $3,240. Moving along, we have got, actually, you know what? Now's a good time for me to do a little pay some bills here. So I have recently become an affiliate partner with the great basketball card Fanatic. I had Adam Gray on my channel. He does an amazing job of getting this magazine on your screen out once a month. You can buy the thing in print. You can buy the thing in digital. If you buy the print subscription for a year, you get all the digital subscriptions. But what I want you guys to do is when you do buy it, which you should, if you like watching my videos, if you care what cards are selling for, then certainly you've got that that inquisitive nature and you want to know what a card's worth and where cards are going and where they came from. Did you say where they came from? Yes, if you want to know more about the history of the hobby, specifically basketball cards, which if you're watching the video, you do, go check it out. It is so cheap. I think it's $120 for an annual subscription, but if you use the promo code Cajun, all capital letters, CAJUN, then you get 10% off and a little piece of your purchase price comes to support the Cajun Cardboard channel. Yes, Adam is paying me to promote his magazine. What is he thinking? Let's prove to him that I at least have some merit and some worth in this content creator space. The one other thing that I want you guys to pay attention to is that if you want to purchase every single digital subscription that has ever come out, and by the way, that means 47 issues. If you want to get all 47 digital issues, then you can get that for $150. Use the promo code Cajun when you buy it. That's pretty awesome. That's like $3 an issue for all the past digital copies. That would be fun to go through and to learn, and then you can be super smart and Cajun like me. All right, now that last part was a joke for sure. All right, now here's the card everybody's talking about all day long. This is the card that worries me the most. And no, I'm not a hater and I don't hate star cards. And this would be the grade that I would look at if I was going to buy the card because PSA has run. Well, the Beckett hasn't gone up in price, right? Wrong. This one last night is a BGS 8.5, pretty good centering, goes for $66,000. Oh my gosh, check this out. That is a Pop 254 card. That is not rare, people. That is not rare. If you compare it to the 86 Fleer, everything is rare. This is not a rare card, and it sold for $66,000 in a BGS 8.5 slab last night, which is probably a PSA 6 or 7 absolute best case scenario. This is the highest price this card has sold for in the last year. This is the highest price this is the second highest price this card has sold for in the last 31 sales over the last 2 years. So we're getting back to that September 17th sale of $68,700. What's the all-time look like? A little bit weird. Maybe these are some exceptional copies. If you scratch the, maybe 7, 8, 9 and you get rid of the year 2021, this is a card that is just absolutely flying off the charts, which in my mind means do not touch it. It's just too much, too fast. If you look at it over the last year, this is a card, Jordan's been retired, the card's up 105%. So we've seen that with some of the PSA 10s in the insert and parallel world. It makes you wonder, is now the time to sell it, maybe buy back in later. Maybe you sell the 8.5 and you go invest in some different, more rare cards. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know anybody out there who owns a Star 101 card is going to have tunnel vision and say, get it, get it, get it, it's going to the moon. Everybody who had an 86 Fleer card said that at 1.2, including yours truly. It was going to $1 million. It was going to $1 million. Well, guess what? It's 200,000 right now. By the way, while you're watching this video, I have 31 Michael Jordan cards in the Fanatics weekly auction number 138, including the 1986 Fleer PSA 10 and the 1986 Fleer sticker PSA 10. Both Michael Jordans, both are going in there because those are not rare cards either, and I am going to circulate that money. I'm going to reinvest that money into the Michael Jordan market. So make sure if you're looking to pick up an 86 Fleer PSA 10 or a sticker PSA 10, you try to buy Cajun Cardboards in weekly auction number 138 on Fanatics Marketplace. When you do, use the affiliate link. How funny would that be? If I use the promo code Cajun, right? So I get my promo code for the selling, but how cool would it be if somebody bought the Cajun Cardboard copy of an 86 Fleer sticker or base 57 PSA 10 and they use the affiliate link in this YouTube description? That's how we can stick it to Fanatics, right? Anyway, getting back to the card we were talking about, this 8.5 101 sold for $66,000. That is a massive, massive, monstrous sale right there. So congrats to the seller on that one. Congrats to the buyer. It's an incredible card. I'm not disparaging the card. I just worry if maybe 2 years from now the card's not worth $66,000. I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times before. 1998 Skybox EX Century Essential Credentials Vince Carter, serial number 89. This doesn't make any sense. Number one, it says $5,500. Why is it up here with the 66? Oh, you know what? I just realized I'm not going in order because I didn't sort by highest price. Well, there's a rookie mistake for Cajun Cardboard to make. Anyway, let's just keep going. We'll just go this route. 1998 Skybox EX Century Vince Carter Essential Credentials, now a serial number to 89. It is a PSA 10. It is a Vince rookie, and it is a Pop 7, and it sold for $55.20. That is too damn cheap, but it's the most ever paid for one. That doesn't seem right. Vince Carter, I know he's not a GOAT. I know he's not a top 10, top 20, top 30. He's not, but he's very collectible. And this is probably one of his 10, 12, 15 best cards in existence, excluding 101 masterpieces. Serial number to 89, PSA 10, $55.20. That just seems really, really cheap. I mean, that seems really, really cheap when there's Wembanyama, cards selling for 10 times that aren't going to matter very much at all in the long run. That is a crazy low price to me. If somebody had said, hey, I'll give you this card for $5,520, I probably would have bought it. And I don't even collect Vince Carter. 96 Topps Chrome Kobe Bryant Refractor PSA 9 sells for $16,800. We got a LeBron. We looked this card up a lot. I was kind of curious. Did I look it up again? I don't know if I looked this card up again. No, I didn't. But we got a Kevin Garnett PMG Red. This is interesting because the PMG Reds are something I do know a little bit about as a former set chaser. This is a PSA 6 copy, which is probably slightly above an average grade. BGS 8 average grade, PSA 5.5 average grade. So PSA 6 is a pretty clean copy, and honestly it looks like a really good 6 just at first glance. We're not going to go too deep into it. $27,900 for this KG. Here it is. That's the card. The highest price ever paid was $29,400. Is that right? Yep, $29,400 was the highest price ever paid for a BGS 7 back in 2022. This is the second most ever paid for a PMG Red Kevin Garnett. $27,900 for that card right there. Exquisite Collection 2009 rookie flashback thingy. Serial number to 25, PSA 9. Magic with a 10 for the auto. Really cool looking patch right there. $7,050 for that Magic. I don't know what the hell's happening here. 2019 Panini Opulence booklet. I know this thing is huge. It's like a plaque. Congratulations. I'd like to thank the following people who I couldn't have done it without them. A big-ass plaque. It's all getting a big award. 2019 Panini Opulence. Opulence didn't last long for whatever reason. Let me know in the comments what happened with Opulence and why it disappeared. Booklet. NBA Finals Logo Man patch 1 of 1 BGS 8. $55,200 is a lot of money. So Clearly, there's really something to that I don't know. Let's click in it because it's gigantic. I don't think it's drawn to scale here, but that's a big old card. What an awesome looking patch. That's a cool piece if you collect Steph Curry. And it is a 1-of-1 and a logo, man. It's pretty cool. Next to that, we got a 2007 Upper Deck Chronology Timeless Memories. Kobe Bryant. This is the gold serial number to 10. Now, that's a cool looking card. I love the chronology. Despite the fact I don't own one, I need to get in that world. PSA 9 with a 10 for the auto. Pop 1, none higher. As good as it gets here for Kobe collectors. $14,700 on that one. Is that Mark Madsen next to him? I can't see. Is it Sasha? I can't tell who that is next to him. Somebody tell me in the comments. We got a Jason Tatum GE patch deal here from 2017. National Treasures Emerald Parallel. This is serial number to 5. It's a BGS Min Gem with a 10 for the autograph. Pop 2, none higher. 60 G's, baby. 60 grand for that card right there. This card has sold 3 times in history in a 9.5 grade, and it was not the same card that sold last night. So different card sold the first 2 times for 84 and then 68 340. Both of those were on alt. Did one of them get paid? Probably. This one probably did not get paid because it sold in very quick succession for about $16,000 less right here again on alt. So my guess is this 84K probably didn't get paid. So 68 was the last sale in July. So it sold twice in the last 30 days, 35, 40 days, something like that. 68 and 60. At least we know what the card's worth, somewhere in the 60-ish range, right? All right, moving along, what do we have? We have a 9.5 Jordan Gem Plus. This surprised me. This went a little bit lower than I was expecting the card to go. Now, again, the centering was 9.5. If the centering had been a 10 and the centering had literally been a 10, it probably would have gone for a little bit higher. But this is another card that's not rare. There's over 500 copies of this card out there. We'll look it up. It's somewhere up here. Where is it? It's somewhere up here. Where am I? Here we go. Here we go. 541 is the population on this card, guys. It is up 43% over the last 1 year. But is it really? You got to look because this is a Gem Plus copy. I hate looking at the charts on the 86 Fleer Jordan and the 8.5 star 101. The charts are just really tough because it depends so much on the subgrades. Subgrades. High appeal matters. Subgrades matter. You know how it works, right? But this card has sold for as high as $96,000, which really struck me as odd because that's about half of what a PSA 10's worth. That's a stretch there. But 48 last night for that one. You got to go into all these sales. You guys got to just go in and look and compare apples to apples, because if you're comparing quads to men's and men's to Gem Pluses, and then there's Gem Plus Plus, which really goes for big numbers, it's just really not helpful to even look at the chart. So I don't know why I'm doing it. 2 more cards left, guys, and both of them are whales. This one is especially unique. I've never seen it. And guess what? Neither have you, because it's only sold 1 time in history, and it happened last night on the Fanatics monthly premiere auction. 2000 Mystique, Fleer Mystique, film at 11, top story parallel, serial number 211. What an image of Kobe. It's got the film stuff in the background. He's yamming the ball. Looks like the Jordan Profiles, SP Profiles card. But Kobe's dunking the ball. This is a really, really good looking card. Again, there's been a couple of Kobe cards. It's like, I wish I collected Kobe. The chronology, and then this one. And then I forget, we saw another Kobe card that was just absolutely exceptional as well. $84,000, guys. Look at the pop report on this card. There's 11 of them, but it's been graded twice. There's a 6 and an 8. So somebody out there sitting on an 8 that's worth $1 bazillion now, because we know the PSA 6 sold for $84,000. Yikes. And then lastly, we've got a card that we've all seen before. It's a $150,000 sale for the PSA 8.5 copy of the Steph. And there it is right there. There is the actual card that sold last night on August 22nd, $150,000. And I know I made a mistake on something because there was 2 sales last night, not 1 sale. And so I definitely misquoted a graph, and I can't remember what the card was that had 2 sales last night. One was really high on Probstein and one was really low. It wasn't a Jordan, was it? Let me see. Hang on. I'm sorry. I should not have. Was it the Jordan? No, it wasn't that. I'm trying to remember what that card was. Well, I'll have to backtrack and figure it out. Sorry about that, guys. I'm usually good about that. Whenever 2 cards sell, the graph on Card Ladder will only show the average of the 2 cards. And that happened on one of these cards last night, and it wasn't. So I did not properly point that out in the graph, and I'm trying to remember which card that was. Maybe somebody can help me out in the comments. One of them sold on Probstein for much more than the one that sold on the Fanatics Premier monthly auction last night. Anyway, so this Steph Curry 8.5 sold for 150. The last BGS 9 sold not long ago at all, a couple months ago for 180. Is a BGS 9 better than a PSA 8.5? Does it just depend on the patch? Is it the same card? Actually, why don't we ask that question first? Holy moly, is that not the exact same patch? I think that's the exact same card. In fact, that's the exact same card. So somebody took this BGS 9, they cracked it, submitted it to PSA, it came back an 8.5. Well, how did this happen? Because this also sold on the Fanatics Premier. Well, let's go into it and let's make sure it's the exact same card. Well, I guess we can just look, the patch. That's the same card. That is exactly the same card. So somebody bought a BGS 9 on Fanatics Monthly in May, cracked it or crossed it, sent it to PSA, came back an 8.5, and then resold it and sold it for $30,000 less. Well, that did not turn out the way that person suspected that it would. Let's just put it that way. My guess is there's going to be more than 25 graded. Yeah, there's 36 graded, right? This is a card that's serial number to 25. There's been 36 graded. So this is a card, guys, if we go sort by value, it's going to tell a terribly sad story. $840,000 sale out there. I do remember somebody out there saying that some of these patches might have been switched in and out. I don't know all the stories about that. I'll let somebody in the comments talk about that and mention it. It might have been this crazy one right here with this crazy patch, but I remember somebody saying, no, the patch has been switched out, this or that. So interesting results there. That's an interesting deal last night, guys. 25 cards. Let's sort it by highest to lowest so we can kind of confirm who won the deal here. Steph still by far the highest card. The Kobe Film at 11 second, and then the Jordan 8.5 Star 101 finished third. We got Tatum, we got Curry again, and we got Jordan's BGS 9.5 86 Fleer bringing in the rear. Guys, that's it. Thank you guys as always for watching. Hopefully this keeps your fingers on the pulse of the hobby. You guys will always get these monthly Premier recap videos on the Friday after they end on Thursday. Remember, they always end on Thursdays. The weekly Fanatics auction, if you're not on them right now as a buyer and a seller, you need to get on them. And I'm not just saying that because I'm an affiliate partner. I am an affiliate partner. I get paid by Fanatics to steer people there to buy and to sell. If you're going to buy, use the affiliate link in the YouTube description. If you're going to sell, use the promo code Cajun, all capital letters. But I am telling you, I am doing the videos every Monday. And if you guys are watching these videos, and thousands of you are, every single Monday morning, you are seeing that a lot of the cards are breaking records. A lot of the cards are outperforming eBay and Golden and Alt and all the other auctions. They just are. I'm not talking about Lord of the Rings PSA 8 autographs. I'm not talking about, rinky-dink Pokemon or Chronicles, the next prospect quarterback. I'm talking about the stuff that we care about. I say we, that I care about, and that a lot of the people that watch the channel care about. If it's 90s basketball, 2000s rare basketball, even ultra-modern rare basketball cards that truly matter, those cards are not going unnoticed on the Fanatics Collect Weekly, and they are crushing it. I am putting my money where my mouth is. I've got close to $250,000 on the weekly auction number 138. It's going to be a big auction for me. There will be a Cajun Cardboard filter on there. I'll do another video letting you guys know which 31 Michael Jordan cards are in that auction that belong to me. They'll be in my filter. We'll look at them together. I'll give you a little heads up, spoiler alert. 28 of the 31 are Gem Mint copies. At least I think they were by my count. So 28 Gem Mint Michael Jordan cards in weekly auction number 138 coming up. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I believe in the Fanatics Collect weekly auctions. I believe in the marketplace. I believe in the revamped Buy It Now marketplace. If you're doing any of that stuff, if you're selling on any of the Fanatics marketplaces, weekly auction, Premier, or the Buy It Now, please consider using the promo code Cajun, all capital letters, CAJUN. That's it, guys. You're watching this on a Friday, quite likely. If you missed my interview with Nat Turner, just go back one video. It was released yesterday on Thursday, August 22nd. You'll be getting this on August 23rd. Let me know what you saw in here that you were surprised by. What is it that happened that shocked you, good or bad? Because I always like to get feedback from people. If I made any mistakes, I apologize. As you can see, I talk very quickly, and I try to get these videos done in a pretty decent amount of time. I'm at the 32-minute mark. That's it, guys. All I got to say now is have a great weekend. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby, and peace.